People are physically addicted to their food. It's not just a willpower thing. It is physical addiction. Meat, dairy, huge amount of dopamine goes off in the brain, just like when people do drugs. It's like if you ever meet someone who says they like cheese, they never say, I like cheese. They go, I love cheese. Like it's like the, whoa, hey, back it up. That's a lot of energy, right? You're laughing because you've
I love cheese.
Yeah, that's like orgasm right there, right? That's what it is. And what else releases dopamine? Sex, food, and drugs. So it's a physical addiction, and we have to acknowledge that these people are junkies. I've treated people as young as 2 years old with lupus now, and I have to tell these people that their 2-year-old who'll only eat nuggets and mac and cheese is a junkie. And so your junkie is going to go into withdrawal. She's going to be grouchy, moody, fits, temper tantrums, and guess what? The adults have them too. They're more subtle, but it's the same thing. So usually the intensity of the withdrawal peaks at about the 2-week mark. People often find that they can kind of use willpower to keep going for about 2 weeks, and then they break down and they go off. So that's one part of it we have to address. In my rapid recovery programs, what I have them do is you've got to start putting in other activities to replace the dopamine. If they can exercise, we use high intensity exercise. Now, some people with autoimmune have too much pain to do high intensity, but maybe they can do it in a pool or something. So if people can do high intensity exercise, that'll replace that addiction. Other times, maybe it is going to be making love, or maybe it's going to be spending time with friends who make you laugh. That connection of laughter and fun. Fun is a drug too. They don't replace that, or they've never learned to prioritize it. So they only get pleasure from food. So if you take away someone's only high, they will eventually go back to it, because without that high, their life is miserable. So we have to replace the high. That's the first thing. The other thing is people use food for a lot of different reasons. It's traditions, it's peer pressure, insecurity. I don't want to stand out. I don't want to be different. I don't want to let someone down who made me something. They put time into making me something, all this kind of stuff. So a lot of insecurities about doing something that's different, even if it's what you need. A lot of it is around trauma. Most people with autoimmune disease, they're thinking upwards of 60% have had either some kind of childhood trauma, sexual trauma, depression, anxiety. If you've had intense trauma, you're more likely to be sick. You're also more likely to be really bad at self-care and to depend on food. If we don't heal that stuff, people will eventually go back to eating the old way, because even if they feel better on the food, emotionally they're bereft and they're going to need their drug back. When do people relapse who are alcoholics? Stress. Something bad happens, and even if they were 2 years clean, they have the relapse of the alcohol because they had no other coping skill. The 2-week mark is usually where people last on their own through their own willpower, their own excitement and motivation. To make it long term, we have to address those other factors. And that's what I think has been missing. And that's the feedback I've gotten from people who either work with me or who've read Goodbye Autoimmune. Is like, this was missing. Everyone's telling me what to eat, but nobody's addressing like why I won't do it. And that's the hard part.